Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to Friday Craft Day. And today we're doing the second installment of bow making. Tuesday we made funky bows two different ways. And today I'm going to show you what is called a stack bow. And that one I'm going to make one by hand and one with the Easy Bow maker. So you can see that you can use the Helpmade if you need it, but it's not necessary. We're also going to show a one-way directional bow, and that means ribbon that has a pattern on it, and so you want to keep it going in the same direction all the time. And last but not least, we're going to show you what some people, I think I've heard, call a Helen bow. And but very honestly, if Helen invented this bow, she's got to be about 100 years old, because it's the first bow I ever made. Now, I'm not making it exactly as I did then, because I was about 8 years old, which was 68 years ago. And I used paper ribbon and curling ribbon, and that's how we made bows to go on our packages. And of course nowadays we get bows out of a bag if you want to put a bow on a package, but this was before they ever had bows out of a bag. And actually today we don't wrap presents as much as we used to. We buy these gift bags and a little tissue paper and call it a day. But anyway, I'm going to show you an easy way to make a bow that can be used for a package bow, or with bigger ribbon, you can use it as a wreath bow. So let me get you down to the table, and we're going to get started with a stackable bow. Now, the first time I saw this one done was on a Carolina pottery site. And I don't know if I can find that video again. If I can, I'll link it down below. But let me take you down to the table and we'll get busy making some bows. See you in a bit. All right, I'm going to use 3 ribbons for this first bow, in a stackable bow. And I'm going to start with a 1.5 inch ribbon. Okay. Let me just trim the ends here. I'm going to trim the ends. Okay, so I'm going to make about a 3-inch loop. So I need 16 to 22. Okay. Okay. And I'm going to pinch it together. Now this ribbon is the same on both sides. So I'm not going to twist it anyway, but you wouldn't have to with this particular ribbon. So then I'm going to make another 3-inch loop the other way. Okay, and I'm going to make another 3-inch loop the other way. It's a little bit bigger. And another one this way. And I'm going to cut it off. Okay, so now we're going to take our next ribbon, and I'm going to make this one a 4-inch loop. So it's going to be a little bit bigger. So I need 8 inches. And I'm putting it underneath the one I just made. Okay? So it's sticking out just about 1 inch past the first one. Now this is 2-sided ribbon, but I'm still not going to twist it. I'm going to come up from the back Let me just make sure my first one is 8 inches. Yep. Okay, they're the same. And I'm going to just come around on the top, up and down, up and back on the top, down and back on the bottom. No twisting. And I've got 2 on each side, and we're going to cut it off. Oh, I lost one of my loops. There we go. And then the last loop is going to be a 5-inch loop. So I need 10 inches of ribbon. And I'm going to go on the bottom of the one I just did. No twisting involved. Come up from the back. And you can see that this one is about an inch bigger than the other one. Okay. Down and around from the top. And up from the back. So you basically have these loops stacked on top of each other, okay? So now I'm going to make some tails. Now I'm going to make the tails about the same as I did the loops. I'm going to make this one that length. And I'm going to make this one a little longer. And this one a little longer. And you have a hand full of ribbons. So now I'm going to take a zip tie and I'm going under my thumb, around the back, and there we have a stacked ribbon, a stacked bow. Now, you can leave them stacked on top of each other, or I like to just spread them out a little bit. It does give you a little bit more real estate on your wreath. Sorry, the scanner went off. I just shut it off so it won't be bothersome. Isn't this a pretty bow, huh? Oh, did that one. Now look at that. Isn't that a pretty bow? And I'll get something to put these on. And we'll show you how pretty they are. Okay, so now let's try a stacked ribbon bow with the bow maker. Now the difference with this is that you need to start with your widest one because you're building it from the bottom, and I'm going to have the tails already on it. So I'm going to bring it down, okay? And we made that one 5 inches, right? So I'm going to come over. And I'm going to go in, twist it, and bring it out to 5 inches. Bring it in. Twist it. And you really don't have to bring these two up and measure them because you're using measurements on the Easy Bow. Right to the same place as the other one. This is pretty ribbon. I got the fall ribbon out and I had forgotten how pretty some of it is. Okay, we're coming down here for the cutoff. Okay, and then the next one, we're going to be doing 4 inches and a little shorter tail. And I have an issue here. We're going to just get 1 loop of this because I'm running out of ribbon. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to not put a tail here. And we'll see if we can get okay. get two, one loop of each. And I'll leave that one tail. Okay, so then the last one is going to be a 3-inch loop. And again, this one doesn't have to be twisted. Get a pipe cleaner, a zip tie. Go under the whole thing. I'm going to get it started enough that it holds these together, and then I'll pull it off. Put this around the back and give it a good pull. And again, you have a stacked bow. And like I said, I like to spread them out. I get a little more real estate. Sometimes you want the stacked bow to stay just stacked because it may be going on an area that wants to be flat. This is we'll have bows all ready for the fall, won't we? So this is an excellent way of doing it if you have problems holding the ribbons. But, you know, there are some places in this world where you can't find these bow makers. So it's nice to know you can make the same kind of a ribbon without one. Same kind of a bow, I'm sorry. Let me get this out of the way. And there you go. Isn't that a pretty bow? Bring the other one in. All right. Stacked bows, 2 ways. Now let me get this ribbon. I'll be right back. I got to get over to the other side of the table. All right. Here we have some ribbon that has a very distinct pattern. It actually says Merry Christmas, okay? So you want to make sure when you make your bow that Merry Christmas is always facing in the same direction. You don't want half your bow to say Merry Christmas and half your bow to say Merry Christmas. So I'm going to show you. It's very similar to the first stacked bow we made, but I'm going to start with a little bit of a tail. In fact, I'll give us a little cut right off the bat. We won't have to do it at the end. Okay? I'm going to start with the tail. And I'm going to make a loop. Now this is a two-sided ribbon. See, there's a good side and a bad side. But if I twist it, then Merry Christmas is going to be upside down. So I don't want to twist it. I'm going to take the bottom one and I'm just going to go up from the bottom back to the middle. Now this one's a little bit bigger. Get this a little bigger. There we go. So now I'm going to go out around from the top, and these get so here we go. Now I'm going to go up and around. Okay. See, my Christmas is all staying in the same. It's still staying in the same. And I'm going to go down and up. With ribbon that doesn't want to cooperate. Okay? It's really much easier to make these, you know, if the ribbon is off of the bolt, because it just keeps twisting. Okay? Up and around. I'm not twisting it. I did twist it that time when I pinched it, but we fix it. Down. All right, I think we'll do one more loop on each side. So what I'm going to do is cut some of that off. Makes life easier. Okay, so now I'm going up and around. And all of my loops are facing the same direction. Okay? And this one's going to go down and up. Again, under my thumb. And I need to get this tail inside. I didn't get it inside. In fact, what I'm going to do is pull that tail up just a little bit and give us a center loop. There we go. Now we have Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. And you see all of the pattern is facing in the same direction. And of course you just have to fudge it a little bit when you're getting it put together. And there you go. Isn't that pretty, huh? I got my tail twisted. There we go. That's what's good about wired ribbon, because you can twist it to go wherever you want it to go. And I think I could, you can put this one towards the middle, just move them around till they fill in all the gaps. Or put a pretty Christmas ornament in the middle. All right. One more. Now this is what I call a package ribbon, a package bow. And this is a simple bow. Now, I'm using this is a 1.5 inch ribbon that I actually have in my card area. But you can use paper ribbon, and I think that's usually about 3/4 of an inch. And all I'm going to do is to make, and I'm going to use my hand, because that's what I used to do, that or a piece of cardboard. And I'm just going to go around my hand, making loops. And then cut it off. I'm pinching the two sides of my circle together, and I'm going to make a little slit. Now, when I was growing up, we used to make a little V, and I'll show you what I mean. You don't need to really make a V. You can make just a little slit. Okay, do the same thing on the other side. Just be careful. You don't want to meet in the middle. Okay, now I would take, back then, usually curling ribbon, but I just have a piece of this pink that I'm going to wrap around. Because I don't think we even had, or I didn't at the time, I didn't have any wire to do this with. So I just tied another piece of ribbon around it. Nowadays, of course, you can use wire or pipe cleaners and whatever you want, but this is nice and tight. Now, don't forget, this was going in a package. So the back of this isn't going to show. Okay? So then I'm just going to take my pieces and pull them out. Pulling them out from the inside out. I can get a hold of it. Here we go. There is another one here. Here we go. just see. There it is on the package. Isn't that pretty? That is a pretty bow. And of course you already would have had ribbon around the box, and so that this ribbon would then just tie to that other ribbon. So that's a package bow, or a Helen bow, or whatever bow. But there's certainly nothing new in town about this bow. It's been around forever. And like I said, I could do the exact same thing with a 2.5-inch wide ribbon. I just make a circle, put the circle together, make some slits, and put probably a zip tie or a pipe cleaner in there. And that makes a really pretty tight round bow. Okay. So, let me bring you up. Hello. So there you go, our bows 2, 3, and 4. We have the One Direction bow, which I think is really pretty. Okay. And we have the 2 stacked bows. Stacked bows are beautiful, they really are. Now this, when it's finished, is basically a 10-inch, I want to see, a 10-inch bow. So it's a very good size to go on a wreath. We have 1, and we have 2. So there you go. I'm going to put these away now, and they'll be all ready for some fall projects. One of them for Christmas project. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're not a subscriber and would like to subscribe, please hit the subscribe button and the bell, and you'll be notified when I come out to do a craft. I have got notified that my Cricut Maker 3 would be here tomorrow, Saturday. So I think Tuesday we might do an unboxing. I've never had a Cricut Maker, and with my understanding is with what it comes with, I can't do a lot of the projects like engraving and all of the other things because they do need different blades that don't come with the machine when you buy it. But we're going to give it a shot and just see what kind of trouble I can get myself into. And that will make me 3 Cricut owners. Oh dear. I have a Cricut Explorer, a Cricut Explorer Air 2, and I will have a Cricut Maker 3. What am I going to do with all these Cricuts? We'll line them up anyway. So I will see you again Sunday for the second in our sweets for the summer. And this one is another one that you will find delicious. And by the way, if you haven't seen the one from last Sunday, you need to go and watch it. I'll put a card up right here. It is delicious. In fact, my husband has told me never buy ice cream again, just keep making this. So, be sure and check that one out. And this one, it sounds like it's going to be delicious too. So I'll see you Sunday for the second in our summer sweets. And until then, everybody play nice now. I'll see you later. Love you. Bye-bye.